I'm going to have to stick with Neon as well. I think they've got all the control from their Nyx and Lion here. They've got great team fight with the Tide Lesh.
Heavily kind of unfavorable here for Team D. I kind of agree with those odds, though, to be fair. I mean, OP Neon, they just won 2 tournaments in the SCA region. It's kind of hard to root against them. And in fact, they're going to run right into KYXY, who tried to go for it, but a big impale out. That is a massive impale, but it won't matter. They've already lost Shanks. They find a bit more here on the side of Team D. They found Enryu with the old school Warcraft 3 body block.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it takes me back, John. That takes me back. But he makes the conscious decision to just leave it. So he gives the double the water rune over.
I don't mind that. He didn't have a bottle on Yapaj, and the wave was right there. So he prioritizes the CS again. I mean, Chris gets a top up. His bottle's back to empty.
Top lane. CTM, he's dropping very low, trying to go in onto KYXY, and it does cost him in the end, but he gets the kill first. That Fairy Fire allowing him to get the XP and gold before he dies to Destrus. Because the last lane, we haven't really talked about this one yet, but you've got, I believe, Shanks and Enryu together. Ponlo going to be there on the Abaddon, and of course, Drew is on the POS 1 Luna. Speaking of Drew, John, he's been having a very, very nice time on that Luna thus far. But hold that thought, because mid lane, Yapaj and Chris just going at it. But Chris, he comes out on top. Yapaj, he's going to die for the first time this game. And that was a solo pickoff. And this is going to mean Chris gets another water rune. In fact, while that was happening, Ponlo dives down a bot lane. And Drew, he might be gone as well. The Earth Spike, it does land. The Ush is there. Genuel ties a top lane. Just kills happening everywhere.
Yeah, every side looking to play aggressive at every position. I am a bit worried for Yapaj now. There's a very early earn here from Chris, and because he got that arrow with it. Oh.
DTM, he's been caught out. Torrent lands. It's a 6-2 already. Well, Team D, I'll tell you what, John, they're surprising me as Yapaj.
Prepare for a lesson.
Well, hold on a minute. Enryu dies to the bot lane. 8-2, 1k net worth lead for Team D. What the hell am I watching, Jonathan?
It's just not something the Tide can really hold up against. You've got the Ring of Health for recover in lane, but you're not really blocking too much of that damage.
Oh, Earth Spike out. Drew, he's going to be careful. Enryu going to move forward, but you've got the Aphotic Shield from Ponlo. In fact, an Eclipse to turn around now. Enryu's going to be the one to drop. This Luna Abaddon lane has been very, very effective.
And you need to respect the fact that glaives aren't leveled. It's all down to the Blessing and the Lucent Beam. That's a fighting Luna build, not a farming build. And they rotate
mid lane. Yeah, Starfall's there. Genuel may just drop Chris. Oh, he didn't remnant far enough. Yapaj gets him. They did get Genuel with Chris, but
Shanks has that finger up. So they've got more tools to play with. The burst damage is there. They just need to find a target here.
Okay, KYXY, it'd be a decent enough target as the trap does pop. Shanks is there with the Earth Spike, and they've got a lot of damage with the finger. They'll make sure KYXY does not survive another day.
They are still clumping around mid-o. Yapaj heads back in. He's got the Dragon Lance up, and he's not too far off here from his Desolator.
They ran right into Genuel, and they haven't got any detection, John. They haven't got detection. So Destrus, he's going to get empowered up. It won't matter, though. Chris, he'll save the day along with Ponlo, but they will lose this Abaddon, or maybe not. The borrow time is there. They're going to turn now. Genuel's gone. Ravage is out from Enryu. They've lost Ponlo, and they might just lose Chris as well. Drew, he'll pop the Eclipse. He'll try his best. Yapaj is still going onto KYXY, but the boat comes in. It'll be enough, it looks like Yapaj. He will drop as loyal as Enryu. He will go down, but now CTM trying to trade again, but the arrow, Destrus, he will hold them back. CTM, he's going to try and chase down this Mirana, but she does have another leap charge.
I think you're going to have a good time with your Luna, keeping farm like this. Like, Yapaj is still going to be a beast, especially with the Desolator coming through, but the Luna, with this itemization with a fast BKB, is going to be hard to hold down.
That's a nice kill. CTM getting caught out again on this slash rack and is going to get punished for it. Destrus the one to take the kill on the Mirana. They've been very good with this chains into the arrow. As mid lane now, they start pushing in with the siege creep, but Enryu is there with the Ravage and does connect right onto the Luna, but they have the Aphotic Shield, and now the turnaround. The Eclipse is there. They've got Shanks down already. Enryu's going to be able to back out. Ponlo's been targeted. Can they burst him down, though? The Abaddon so darn close to dying and does finally go down. It's Drew, he wants to keep going, and Chris rejoins the fight with the chains out onto Yopaj. Destrus is there. Torrent does connect Yopaj. They'll turn back onto Drew now. The Luna very down low. Henry, you're going to keep the chase up, and they will eventually get him as Yopaj. He will drop as well. Chris does get the kill on the Ember. The chase is on. KYXY going to be focused here by Enryu and the gang. CTM's there with the Pulse Nova Diabolic Edict, and that is going to be enough.
Your desolation and the world.
It looks like they're kind of relying on KYXY or Chris being around to have the lockdown. So CTM gets out of there scot-free.
They're still hanging around the jungle area though. KYXY is there with the X.
Shadows take us.
Now they'll get him. CTM needs some help, but there's no TPs coming in. He may have just kind of accepted the fact that he is going to die. Now the TPs come, but I think it might be too late. He's still alive, but not for long as Shanks. He blinked him, but misses the Earth Spike, and now Chris, he's looking for a big chains out. He found two great targets. They do have Ravage. They have to be a little bit careful here, Team D. But they land the arrow onto Shanks. They will secure the Lion kill.
They're still trying to just keep building up on Yopaj. They want that BKB up on the TA, and that should help them in these fights going forward.
Dyer's
The most they're going to get out of this is a courier and a ward placed by Ponlo.
Dyer's courier.
They'll try for the mid-tier 2 tower though. But this is going to be much more obvious than a smoke rotation. Chains around, X is there, CTM, Arrow does connect, they've got him locked down. TPs are coming in, but they're not fast enough. CTM's just going to drop. No B Neon, can they find a trade for themselves? They've locked down Chris, but where's your damage output? Moonlight going to keep him protected. Boat now coming in. Yopaj will go for the BKB. Traps out, but where's the detection? Who's got it? Apparently Januel's the only one, but he's not within range. Drew, he'll just keep going. Chains around Yopaj. He has no BKB charge up. Eclipse is there. Now the Ravage. They'll try to turn around. Chris, he might die. Fingers there, but it's only the Aegis as Yopaj. He'll drop. Januel's gone as well. Onto Henry. They'll find a third target.
Had no place here.
Team D. What an impressive start to this best of 3 series. As they're onto the Lion now, they found Shanks. Arrow's there. They'll get the double on Destrus. Who would have guessed this would be how the game 1 went? That's going to be enough. They force the rotations back to the base, and now they can just take over the map again. So, I mean, Team D, they're really playing this very well. The CTM's going to move up, Apollo's going to get some vision. Genuel does see the Abaddon, but Drew sees him, but the arrow not going to land. So they get the X out. They've got the chains onto Januel with the torrent follow-up. They'll just burst him down. Yopaj, he wants to try and force the fight, but the BKBs are out. Enryu, he can't get a good Ravage off. He needs to back immediately and might just make it, but no, the Lucent Beam's there. They take out the Tide as well. Yopaj's going to try and turn it to Ponlo. He'll at least get something for his trouble, but they'll lose CTM in the process.
Let death become people.
Team D,
Oh boy.
they're going again. They'll miss the chains on Yopaj, but they've locked him down. Force the BKB charge out. And Drew will just back.
Lots of good farm coming out now from Team D. They take that last fight smoothly. Real great use of isolation. Neon was pretty broken up. Enryu needs to be able to start these fights. The Ravage is so key to their initiation, and he just can't get good one when the BKBs fly through. They've got the Ags up on KYXY as well.
Yopaj, he has no BKB. The X back, they will not connect to Torrent, but KYXY is in with the Eclipse out. They've locked down Yopaj, they've got him. There's no buyback left. Henry is going to pop the Ravage, but to what avail? Where's your damage output? They'll get a finger out. They do catch out Drew, but they'll lose Januel and they'll lose Shanks as well. Henry, he'll keep chasing. They'll buy back on CTM, rather Januel. CTM just respawn, but I think they get nothing out of this. And they don't. They got Drew with the finger. He may preemptively be getting it, assuming the butterfly will come out on Drew, but that is not the case. Drew is just going for an Eye of Skadi up next. Quite a conservative kind of item build-up, but it makes enough sense as Enryu is going to get loose and beamed, and they've got the chains, they've got the X out with the turn, and look at the damage. Drew just crits him once and he loses all his HP. Onto Januel now. He'll try to run, but they have the detection. They lock him down and they'll get the die back. Team D. I still can't believe what I'm seeing, but this is just complete domination from this Radiant side.
In that sense, it's working out. Like, they're giving Yopaj some time to keep farming. They're not losing any more of the map than they've already lost, although CTM
CTM, he's going to try and go in on the Ember. Chris, he's locked down for quite a while. There's your Hex out with the finger. They have enough. The TP, KYXY, he TP'd in, but he's by himself. They might be able to capitalize now. X is there, but CTM gets the Yule Scepter out, and now they want to go after this Kunkka. They know he's completely alone. The Aegis, meanwhile, does go the way of Drew. CTM, it looks like he won't have the damage. KYXY with that Hood of Defiance is actually quite tanky, and now the Torrent Storm, he'll chase down with a great push back on CTM, and here comes Drew, but the pause.
They get the go-ahead here.
Oh, CTM, he's going to try and make a run. In fact, never mind. He'll turn around. He'll try to man up onto KYXY. Arrow connects, though, and that's going to mean they'll secure the kill, and they'll make sure that CTM will not be able to get a counter onto KYXY. Keep in mind, Henry doesn't have buyback. He's short gold. Shanks is flying across the map, but he is going to survive as well. Another tidal wave through. Now Kunkka, KYXY, now your Page going to jump in, but Enryu doesn't find the opening that he wanted for that big Ravage, and now there's a Torrent Storm going on. They get Enryu with it, and that top racks, it is gone. And they even found John Newell. The Glaives, they just kill him. He's got no buyback. They're going for a second racks. Your Page, he'll blink out. But how do you defend? It's a 4v5 scenario. In fact, if you count the fact that Skem's not even here, it's a 5v3. Arrow goes through. They've got the Tide Hunter. And Ryu now, he does have buyback gold this time around as a nice torrent does land. CTM, he's TPing to try and help out. Drew, he still survives. Boat flies through, but now they've got the Aegis down. This should be enough to force Team D back. But Drew, he's feeling a little bit spicy. He wants to keep going. CTM, it's a lot of damage. The arrow barely not connecting, but it won't matter. Chris gets him with the chains, and now your Page, he'll jump in, hoping for a big attack. It's nothing though. Drew is just tanking all the damage, and now Enryu, he's gone. He'll buy back as well. He's still got the Ravage. They need it desperately. Your Page, he's in trouble. Wave pushes him back. He's down as well. No buyback on the TA. Back on the CTM. You don't want to die back like this. CTM, it looks like he's about to fall just about, and they do get him. He is down without buyback. Team D, they may have done it. For game number one, as there are two calls down, and now the Ravage Enryu, he's going to try and hold them, but the cheese is there. Chris heals up. They just can't kill anyone, and that's it. GG's called your punch. He has seen enough. Team D will take game one against OB Neon, who just came off back-to-back tournament wins, John.
That is surprising. Team D playing spectacularly well, have a really strong draft. And the big difference here for this draft for Neon is that the win condition is not in Yopaj. It's truly on CTM now. Drew isn't farming as quickly as he was, so Enryu's got a better time in laning here, down to the fact that Shanks can actually get some decent harassment out. Kill opportunity with the arrow and stun though.
He's going to be all right. I thought they might go for a spear back towards Destros, but they do not. Top lane, Ponlo is going to be caught out, and Ryu does get the kill. Very nice start here for OB Neon. Destros and KYXY, they are going to be forced to back a little bit.
Yeah, man, just have to watch yourself. It's that spike for the Bristol in lane. Morris just can't do as much. And Destros, he really doesn't want to trade too many hits with that Bristol, although...
Drew? Yeah, Drew goes down to the top lane as well. Shanks able to pick up the kill. Enryu, he has another burrow, but of course is not going to dive the tier 1. And again, OB Neon, they just look so much stronger this game already.
They've got much better lanes coming out. Drew's not flash farming like a madman. Has to watch himself here, Enryu, though.
That he does. They've got the sentry ward as well, but a nice arrow does land. Shanks is right in as well. He's got enough time to get another kill. No, Drew, he had the stick charges, and that's going to be enough for him to back off, but he's got 0 regen left. Meanwhile, Ponlo, he might be able to kill off Shanks. The Cinder Brew will be enough to burn him out, so Ponlo gets a double kill on the Brewmaster, gives the Tango back over to Drew. There's nothing really like a salve there for the Luna, so she will have to be very careful. In fact, Ponlo, he's going to get caught with his pants down here. Does end up getting killed off by Enryu.
Yeah, then you have to watch yourself. Again, Caustic Finale is long enough that it can actually hit Drew when he comes in for the hits. And Enryu?
Yeah, right in after Drew. Oh, there's the Zeus ulti. You can't forget your Page in that mid lane, and he will be able to secure kills like that very easily.
For Team D, that's going to have to come out on Destrus, and he's way far off from the 6. You can see just how Enryu's posturing as well, just trying to chase down Ponlo here.
They're not going to pop the epicenter though. Ponlo well and truly far away enough. In fact, he's going to turn around now with the Cinderbrew out, and he does get the pop, but the arrow does connect, and the epicenter is going to be able to now turn around with Enryu. Yopaj has showed up. There's a lightning strike out, but is it going to be enough? They'll get the arc lightning as well, and Enryu, he's just giving vision here for Yopaj. They're going to lose it for a second. They'll get the kill as Enryu now. He's back in after Drew on the Luna. They're going to blow him up. A nice arena down KYXY, but he's too late. He gets the Zeus at the very least, and in fact, they found Shanks as well, and they will get another. 3 kills for the side of Team D at that top lane. They lose their Luna, but it doesn't seem that bad anymore.
Maybe they play as 3 or 4 with the Timbersaw and the Mars taking point, but as long as he buys space for Drew to get this flash farm, he already has some Mask of Madness. The Dragonlance not too far off now with 2 parts to go. And Drew should still be able to outfarm everyone else, just by nature for Luna.
Okay, KYXY, he goes down a bot lane. They got the epicenter out there from Enryu. Now Ponlo, who was quite low himself, needs to run. Enryu going to be chased down here by Chris. Chakram is going to land. They get the Sand King. And somehow Ponlo gets himself out of it. I mean, he had the split anyway, but he obviously didn't want to commit it that defensively and just walks away. And I guess that the Timber made it in time.
Yeah, Chris just shows up at the right time. Does give time for mid to get jumped over.
Drew. That's a lot of damage, Drew. He's got no way of really defending himself as now KYXY is there with the arena, but is it too late? Meanwhile, bot lane Ponlo ends up dropping, and there goes your Zeus, your Page. It's one of the problems with the Zeus pickup. OB Neon start making their way down bot, see if they can find themselves some more kills. Epicenter not up, but you don't really need it anyway. You just need that bonus strike to set up, and Ponlo is going to cop an arrow, and they just burst him down. No Brewmaster split available. Now Chris, he's going to be fine. At least for now. He chains away. They won't have enough magic damage output to really burst him down. In fact, now the turnaround. Laguna there from Destrus. The LSA, he'll get the kill onto Enryu, and they might just turn. Team D, KYXY looking for an arena, but he doesn't just want John Newell. He'll have to accept it though. Back Shanks, not really within safety's range either. Gonna be chased down by Chris. Chains forward. Is dropping quite low himself, however. He's gonna be able to chain away. They won't have the Thunder God's Wrath to be able to finish off the kill. On the left side, Ponlo, he's respawned. He's just popped the Primal Split, and he's going to rush in, trying to find a target. Do they have Dust? It does actually connect onto Shanks, so they will be able to find the Mirana. But now the epicenter, Enryu looking to turn it back around. Goes on to Death with the Thunder God's Wrath. KYXY, he is so darn low, and he cannot TP out in time. Just barely going down as Ponlo is going to be punished for this play. And I don't think there's really a way out for him. He's almost certainly just set to die. They'll buy a little bit of time, but it's not going to be enough.
It slows down the farm of Team D enough that it feels a bit uncomfy for even Chris to try to play catch-up. They've also always forced Drew out onto lanes, and Drew's always forced to show up somewhere during these fights. It could be awkward here.
Lane, arrow is going to connect. Still, Eclipse is there. Drew's going to try and protect his +5, but Yopaj, again with the Thunder God's Wrath, does secure the killers. KYXY is in. He has the arena, but he has no detection. And now the epicenter turns it right back around on him, but he's going to be all right. At least for now. He's trying to run as Destrus. Does secure the kill to Shanks. And they go for more. Enryu though, Burrow Strike turns back around, and with the backup of his Zeus, they will be able to secure another. But now they've caught Yopaj with a big arena there from KYXY. Enryu, Burrow Strike up to the high ground. He's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's not the biggest kill to lose there for Neon. You're still getting good farm coming in onto Skem. You're just stalling out for that Ags. 500 gold away now from that downtime. Drew, BKB almost done, but he can't really afford to get caught out like this.
Oh, arrow does connect though. They found Drew on that Luna, and it looks like he is just gone. Destrus, he's pretty low himself. Ponlo, he's going to try and help out, and so will KYXY, but they've already got 2 kills. There is a nice spear out. It doesn't actually latch onto anything, but it still gets the stun. Nevertheless, with the Cinderbrew, they'll have enough. But they lost their POS 1. They lost their pos 4. Definitely a favorable trade here for OB Neon. A CTM now top lane. He's going to go after Chris with Yopaj around. They should have the damage output to finish off this kill, or maybe not as KYXY. He's in with the arena. He'll try after CTM. Do they have the damage for the bristle? They'll lose Chris, but they'll get Yopaj, the CTM. He's going to try and go for a run, but they should have enough control to maybe take him down in time before his team does reach him, or maybe not. He's still alive with 70 HP. They're trying their best. KYXY with the spear. He does get there in time. As Januel now may turn. Ponlo, he's gonna drop. KYXY is there, still chasing the Enchantress, but they're not gonna have enough damage. They'll back. OB Neon, they've gone into that dire triangle. Team D, they have made their presence known in that mid lane. They jump in. KYXY, a very nice spear back onto Januel. That's gonna be an Enchantress kill. Yeah, a nice start here as a Burrow Strike. Mid lane, who have they found? It's going to be Ponlo. They landed the arrow as well. With the Starfall, they will be able to burst him down. As Drew, he pops the Eclipse, but nobody's there. Shanks, he just leaps out. And rather Team D, well, they might just be chased down now as Chris is going to try and chain away. CTM is on the chase with the Aghanim Scepter up. The chains will keep going, but look how slow Chris walks away. They get the Burrow Strike as well this time, and don't get him. Nice setup there from CTM. Nobi Neon, 2 great kills for themselves.
He at least holds on to his BKB charge at 9 seconds, but that does open up the Roshan. With the damage output CTM has with the minus armor, this should be a straightforward Rosh.
And Ryu is in. Arrow again. This combination has been really haunting the cause of Team D. Ponlo's going to rush in. He's too late though. Primal Split's there. Maybe they could try to turn. And Ryu, he does get caught by the Light Strike array. He's fine. At least for now, as he does go back in for Destrus. Shanks, he does die, but it just doesn't seem like a great trade. Ponlo, he does at least catch up the Sand King again, but Enryu is going to be able to run. Dust, it's not going to be within range, and while that's happening, CTM, he gets a Roshan for himself. No problem whatsoever. Nobi Neon, they're not going to let go of this aggression quite yet. They want to keep it up. Through the dire triangle, down towards their own jungle. They are definitely running the right way. In fact, they might find an unsuspecting Ponlo who does get caught out. He doesn't have Primal Split for another 5 seconds and he's just gone. Now they can really start the team fight if they want. And they also found KYXY. He'll blink away. Chris is in with the chains out. But it's looking like a very awkward team fight here for the side of Team D as he does get caught with the Burrow Strike and he's been left behind. The rest of Team D not going to back him up as OB Neon. They'll just start pushing again down the bot lane.
Yeah, they're clumping around this power spike on CTM quite nicely. They know he's a bit too strong to handle right now. They're chasing up top as well.
Yeah, Destrus, he pops the dust, he does not get stunned up, and now the arena's out. Maybe they get your punch for this. Drew's in, pops the BKB, no playing around. They do at least get the mid Zeus. Not all is bad here for Team D, but it is still looking like a very, very tough game to come back from. I suppose at some stage, though, this Luna is going to be a little bit out of control if you're not too careful. But speaking of her, she does get caught. The arrow connects again. There's no BKB up, and Drew's just dead. He's just so reliant on having some form of magic immunity. This Burrow Strike arrow has just been haunting the side of Team D. They're just going to keep losing more. They are falling apart as time goes on. I mean, CTM hasn't even got his own BKB up yet. That's going to be a pretty big cause of concern for Team D, knowing that he still has his own massive magic community to come out. Mid lane, Enryu looking to set up again, and he's going to go right after Chris. Arrow is going to land as well, but he has some backup around him. They fight back here against OB Neon. They'll get the stuns up, but Enryu, he's still alive, but not for long. They'll get the kill. OB Neon, gotta be careful here. CTM, he's been cycloned up, and they even found John Newell with the arena and the Eclipse. They'll burst him down, but they really want Yopaj. He blinks out of there on the Zeus. It looks like he's gonna be just fine. Instead, Chris is being chased down again, but Ponlo is being very annoying with these cyclones, not allowing them to get the follow-up damage off. And it looks like Team D are going to be able to get the rest of their teammates out of there. The CTM, he's going to stop the chase, but now Team D, they're thinking about going back in.
With that spear, and if they can land it with KOXY, I think you've got a pretty good grip on that bristleback in this game.
Chris is just holding that mid lane. He does have his whole team smoke behind him now, so it's a bit of a bait, and they do take it. OB Neon, they are in with the burrow and the arrow, but how much are they going to lose for this? Enryu goes for the epi, but it's not enough. Chris survives. In fact, they'll lose 2 now, maybe even a 3rd, as they found the Mirana with that Cyclone up. Shanks, he's going to try and leap his way out of this, but it looks like he is going to be stuck, and they lose 3. OB Neon, they fall for the bait. And Team D, they could start applying some of their own pressure now.
Yeah.
Ponlo? Ponlo. They're caught by himself, or maybe not. KYXY is going to try and help out. Can they deal with CTM though? He has a BKB up now. He's just going to turn around. That's a double for them now. Chris, he's just going to try and run. Drew, he might have to just man fight this. Yopaj even found Destrus on the Lena. They'll just go 2v5. They found a 4th. The only survivor's Drew. That was a 2v5, John. Pretty hard to try and deal with CTM as is, let alone with that Lotusaur. Your mid-rack's gone. Maybe Neon. Oh, they've left CTM behind, but he's a very tanky target. Can you actually burst him down? It just doesn't seem like it. Not without Chris. He does chain in and get a lot of damage off, but now the turnaround. Enryu is there with the burrow into the arrow onto Ponlo. They want to make sure that Brewmaster Split never comes out, but Ponlo, he can still throw it out in time, and he does. KYXY is there. A nice arena. Yopaj is in there. He's been caught out by the stun. Looks like he is set to fall and does, in fact, Enryu also drops, but now how do you deal with CTM? BKB up. He gets at least 1 on the Destrus and wants to go after Drew, but the Cyclone from Ponlo is going to make it so he can't chase any further. Instead, Ponlo now back on a Genuel might just end up killing himself here. He does have the air on discount, but it's not going to be enough. They will turn, but he will TP away. Meanwhile, Drew back on a CTM wants the bristle back. Eclipse has been popped as well, but Drew, he is copping so much damage, and they just still can't kill this bristle. CTM will turn back around after the Eclipse now and try to go back after this kill. Drew is still trying to stick around and fight this one out. KYXY, he's in as well. CTM finally dies to Chris. The Whirling Death will prove to be enough. And Drew, he's going to look for a bit more now. He does have the shards up. Well, that may have cost him that heal. Drew, he could just spam this over and over again with the Mask of Madness. Well, Glimmer Cape going to buy a bit more time here for the Enchantress as I believe Drew spotted him. Ward down, that is not going to help his cause. Enchant now, he's buying quite a bit of time at the very least. But KYXY may have just had enough. Dust out. That will be enough in the end. Enryu, now he can make a play by himself. He's just got to be careful not to get caught out by himself. Ponlo. They're not going to spot him. Epicenter. Oh, surely not by him. He's going in. He's going in with the Thunderbolt's Wrath out and the Nimbus Drew. He is going to survive, and they will turn onto the Sand King and Yopaj. He gets caught by the arena. It was too greedy of a play.
Free Axe Shard, Cheese, Aegis. This is a big bounce back in for Team D. They still have to clear out tier 2 towers. A lot of their damage output is coming out from magic. Like outside of Scam doing all the physical work, it's still about magical burst on OB Neon's side. So they need Yopaj to be up, and CDM is going to have to do a lot here to stop that push.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this problem of this Bristle, but with the Timber again, with the Whirling Death, it's not too hard to deal with CTM. He pops the BKB though. But Chris is on the chase. If they can get this kill, it'd be absolutely massive for Team D. Ponlo, he'll be there with the Cyclone very soon, but CTM, he's a very speedy boy. Ponlo, he gets it in time as John Newell dies mid lane to Drew, but they've got the Bristle back, or do they? CTM now back in the base, and that's going to be enough. They're going to get the tier 2 mid tower, no problem. Can they get a tier 3? Burrow strikes in. Arrow is there. Drew, can they connect him? Or rather protect him? The arena is down. Drew, he gets the Eclipse off at the arena. Well, Aegis is already down. Enryu, he's gone.
No buyback.
No buyback. CTM and Enryu are both gone. They have no buyback. And now they want to push forward. They know they've got a bit of an advantage.
You have the Aeon Disc on Enryu. I guess he can go for follow-up stuns. They're going for the outpost.
Epicenter. Yeah, he's channeling. He's going all the way. They found Drew. Okay, that's a big target, but the 4-stops are there, so Drew, he'll survive if they go back in. Aeon just does proc. It is complete chaos. Arena down as well. Drew, he's dropping low, but no. He heals up with the Satanic. The lifesteal's going to be enough. Back onto John Newell. He's about to die, but the 4-star back away. They've only lost Destra so far, and nobody on the side of OB Neon's dead, as Chris, he gets caught by a very nice arrow there from Shanks. And Ponlo does drop to the Zeus played by Yopaj. Back onto the Burrow Strike. Chris, he's going to try and chains. He's gone. OB Neon, they managed to turn another team fight their way. Start forcing in that tier 3 tower. A very hard defense, especially without your Brewmaster, but he doesn't have the Primal Split anyway. OB Neon, knowing the advantage they have, will just keep going. Burrow strikes in. Arrow is there to follow up, but no, the 4-star Destrus, he'll save the day. CTM, he's in though. He's found the Lena and she has no buyback. CTM is still fighting through. Drew is just trying to man fight, but he does go down. He can buy back, but this game might just be over. It's a 3v5 scenario now. There's Arrow, Ponlo. He's not going to get stunned, but he does cancel the TP off. And OB Neon, 2 racks is up now. Are looking to get those megas. Burrow strike in. Arrow, Drew, not going to cop it, but Chris does, unfortunately. He gets stunned up, and look at the damage. CTM blows him up immediately. Ponlo, he'll go for the split. It's a 2v5. Can they do it? Probably not. Ponlo, his Brewlings are just dying. Drew's going to try from the fountain. He will try with the heal, but they get another arrow off. They found the Luna again. And it's on to the megas. Epi is there. Drew, yeah, he's been caught out. That's a dieback on the Luna. And that should be it. Tips out for Enryu. And I've got to admit, John Enryu, he's done a great job on the Sand King this game. And that'll be it. We are going to a game number 3 between OB Neon and Team D.
Yeah, Neon managing to really build up this time with CTM. A big difference here is that Enryu's lane wasn't completely shut out. He wasn't zoned out by Luna. They managed to get that control. They managed to stop Drew. Matchup against the Storm is actually not too bad. You're almost always outside range of the Remnant. And if you pop your Wind Run at the right time, you're not going to get blasted by the Overload. So you can see that reflecting the CS 7-1. A lot slower for him compared to KYXY at 17-2, clearing out this wave really well. And once you get some levels up, once you get a value point in the Pit of Malice, that's when it can get pretty exciting on Team D.
True. It's caught out top lane. Enryu and Shanks, they just run him down.
Much more passive on Team D. Like, Ponlo can't do too much to stop it. They will play aggressive with the time dilation at least, but no bashes.
No, certainly not. Shanks, he wants to roll back in onto Ponlo, and they can certainly set up for a very nice easy kill here, as long as they can keep up the vision, and it looks like they will do exactly that. As Ponlo, he's trying to run, he has a Fairy Fire, but it's not going to be enough. Enryu, he has the damage, and he'll finish the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, Krish, he does end up dying to Yopaj, and Johnny Orr does make a rotation in on the Enchantress. True. Thought about going for a bit of a chase there onto Shanks. Decides better of it. Mid lane, Chris, oh, he's going to be in danger again. They have a great shackles out. Yopaj locks him to the creep. He's still level 4 as well. It's just such a hard lane for this Storm.
His farm rate has slowed down on the Storm in a big way. They've managed to get control of the top lane as well, and you're still bullying out Drew. Drew, he needs a way to go into the jungle.
KYXY. Oh, I don't think saying no is going to help you this time, KYXY. He's going to try and run. Pit of Malice out, but a great shackles. 5 kills already.
Oh boy.
Make that another. Enryu gets Drew on the Void. Shanks, he's going to be fine. Ponlo, I can't say the same for him. A Viper's chasing him down. Enryu, he may pay for diving this deep as Chris is going to rotate and will save the day for Ponlo. And will finally pick up his first kill of the game on the Storm. And that's actually the first kill of the game for Team D.
But this is giving Neon so much space. Mid is just free. Drew opts to go there to try to farm up. They're sort of collapsing up top once more. Yopaj is around and he's got that Javelin up.
That he does. Chris, oh, he doesn't have mana. Very, very low. Yopaj know this. He's going to just chase him down. Not throwing the shackles yet. He might just go for the power shot. Shackles power shot. It's going to be enough. Just barely. He gets him again, and now Ponlo, You just can't survive. Not with the Javelin up this early. He's 6-0-1, John, on this Wind Ranger.
Obi Neon, John Yuel's taking a more aggressive stance on the Enchantress, leaving CTM alone. Speaking of that bot lane, KYXY.
He's trying to get out, but there's no chance. Enryu has so much damage already on that Viper. Meanwhile, mid, they're going to zip in. They'll try to go after this Wind Ranger. She is worth a lot of gold. But Drew, he already committed the Chrono somewhere. Yopaj is still probably going to drop and does. And Chris, well, he gives it right back to him. He does have some teammates coming in. Krish now on that Storm Spirit might be able to set up onto CTM, and they will get started before that T1 tower does drop, but the arrow is way off the mark of CTM. Is just going to keep going after that T1 tower. He does get the T1, but they get the kill. That seems to be all the side of Team D really wanted.
But losing the tier 1 does mean that it's a bit harder to keep farming that top jungle. The wards from Obi Neon are already really aggressive. They can't afford to give the mid out. They have to punch.
Chrono. Ice Blast, Yopaj has been caught, but where's your damage? Krish, he's going to try and zip in and try to get that damage up. He's out of mana. What a great kickback. Shanks trying to save the day, but it won't be enough. Now Team D, they could keep moving forward. Genuel is going to be targeted, and he'll be the next one to drop.
Then we can meet.
What an aggressive game we've had so far.
So you have to watch yourself. You need to be able to lock it in before there's an opportunity for your punch to pop that spell. They are still playing Clump though, and CTM's alone here.
They should be able to land a nice arrow here with the Spirit Vessel, and the Ice Blast will be more than enough. Team D, even with that terrible start, are starting to force it back their way. However, Silence is out. Boulder Smash connects. Destrous, he will die in response. Still a much more favorable trade for the side of Team D, considering they got the POS 1 DK. They should feel much happier. However, they've got to be careful. Ponlo. Oh, not KYXY, not again.
Oh,
Shackles is there. Power shot through. Krish, he's going to try and help out. He'll aim down the Wind Ranger. Maybe he is going to get his sweet, sweet revenge once again, and he does. He got Yopaj, just zips right away, but they lose KYXY in response. Enryu now. Ice Blast does land, but Ponlo's gone. Drew will try to fight this one out. Arrow does land. Back in onto the Vortex, onto Shanks. He can try to roll, but he's been completely blocked off. Maybe he can kill Krish. They do get him with Genuel. But now Drew's going to chase him down. Untouchable is online, however. That'll make it hard enough that they will just back out.
It'll just lead to Team D being a lot harder to immediately burst. Even Ponlo manages to finish his Veiled Discord. They can amp up their own damage as they do go for a smoke play down bot.
Enryu, he's going to try and get started with the run of Atos. Shanks is there, but Krish, he's going to zip right in, trying to save the day for the Void, but they can't do it. Drew's already gone. Krish now, he'll keep fighting, try and go after Enryu. He won't have enough. Dark Grip there, KYXY, he just gets bursted down as the roll forward from Shanks, but Krish back into the backside, does manage to kill off the Viper, but now he's out of mana. Yopaj is on the chase, and the roll is there to give the vision. This Storm is going absolutely nowhere. They shackle him up, lock him down. The power shot will be enough from Obi Neon. It's a very favorable kind of team fight here from this Radiant end.
They're going to have to declump a bit going into this tier 1, but they can get that done. There's a decent creep army here from Johnnyuel. Just slowly chip away still.
Krish, he's going in. Yopaj, always the target, the Ice Blast. It's all going to be enough. Oh, nice bit of malice there as well. The Chrono does come out Drew. He's got two. Do they have the damage? Onto Enryu, the Viper. Cold Feet's going to latch him in. He's gone as Drew once more, but CTM is in, and they're going to go for the counter fight now. Vortex is there, CTM. He doesn't mind too much. Dragon Tail's out. Drew's dead. Magnetized. It's still killing Krish, but he is alive. Ern is out. Genuel trying to get the damage, but it's not enough. The Dark Rift gets him out in time. Genuel, he actually missed an uphill impetus shot. Well, Obi Neon, they just casually walk into the Roshan pit and get it started. Ice Blast is going to get vision though. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging to take the Roshan, but I say that. You've got a DK to tank all the damage, you don't mind. Can they make it though? Krish, he's in, he's got the Aegis! Oh, Krish, what a steal! Oh, they give him the tip immediately. He should be able to get out of this. The Dark Rift is there, but no, a nice roll in. Shanks. Oh, they get him just in time as Yopaj will tip him as well. That is a really nice steal, though. BKB up. Definitely time to go. It's going to be much harder to burst down this Storm as they have been doing. This BKB up is all your Page, Invis rune active, but it's about to wear off. He breaks the smoke. He's going to run the other way, but the sentry's down. They see him, and there's your Chrono out now. With the Ice Blast, they've got the Wind Ranger. A massive, massive start for Team D.
Yeah, just way forward from your Page. Really good timely scan coming out from Team D as well to help them figure out. That's their smoke broke and oh.
They're going to try. Bonlo might be targeted. No, they'll go after KYXY, but Krish is in with that BKB and the arrow from a large distance. They've locked down the Viper. I don't know about this team fight for OB Neon. It's not looking great. Shanks, he'll be chased down by Krish. He should be dealt with. Meanwhile, CTM, well, actually, Januel, he's the main problem right now. The damage up, but onto KYXY. He'll get himself out of there. As they did end up also finding Shanks on that Earth Spirit. May as well, but nobody is going to show themselves. The Dark Rift back up to the back up at the top lane, it seems. They've spotted CTM. So Dark Rift to the top lane. CTM, he may not be expecting this, and there's your Vortex. Ice Blast right on target. They are trying to help out with Shanks, but is it going to be enough? Probably not. Drew is gone, or rather CTM's gone. Drew gets the kill. Shanks, oh, he will be able to TP. They won't commit the Chrono for that. But they got a massive kill on CTM. OB Neon. They're moving in. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Shackles is there. They've got Krish. The follow-up roll-up is there. They do get the kill on the Storm. Drew didn't really have enough time to get the Chrono out, and now your Punch, he's got another Shackles there. They get the arrow onto Januel, but KYXY has been targeted on this Underlord. He'll try for a TP. There's a roll in to cancel. A nice Shackles locks down both of them. Drew's still fine. He'll commit the Chrono, but KYXY is gonna die. Still an Ice Blast. Shanks is down. However, Januel in the backside, just getting so much damage out with these impetus shots. Another great Shackles as well on the neutral crypt from your Page. Even without their DK, they just keep turning it. Another Roshan. The last time around we had the Krish, Aegis still and Roshan still, but this time it won't be coming.
Yeah,
at least your Page
alone. And if they actually know that the Wind Ranger's alone, they could try to jump. They're going for a tier 2 trade down bot TP from Enryu to defend at the least.
Looks like Genuel's just kind of going to be left behind here. Krish will go ahead and try to set up a nice easy kill, and well, arrow doesn't actually connect, so Genuel, he can buy some time. He pops his BKB. He's going to try and really buy a lot of time, as Drew can still bash him through that. CTM's around. Maybe they turn this. Your Page is running his way back up, I believe, as they do finally get the chance, but no, not yet. Your Page is in. A lot of damage. Genuel's gone now. Ice Blaster's flying as well. CTM, there's your Chrono out. Drew going to lock him down through the BKB, and they should be able to get another, and they do. Maybe it wasn't such a great idea to try and turn that. Like, it has really been going up and down, but it is still favoring their side. Just feels like they need one good team fight to be able to get that first lane of barracks, but it just seems like they falter every time they get close. As top side, they got the Viper. Enryu, he's gone. The Ice Blast, there's no way of saving him. Well, your Page going to try and trade. He's jumped into a lot of heroes here, but with the BKB, he'll keep up the chase. Meanwhile, Destrus will just leap away, as now Krish, he wants to go back in. A nice Vortex. He's got the big one. He's got the Wind Ranger on your Page. That was a very, very risky play to make.
All their farm is riding on Drew's Face's Void, and it's paying off. He's got the Flicker in the backpack. He's running with the Trickster's Cloak first for that evasion. He's pushing into the high ground by himself.
Oh, mid lane.
Body's up. Oh.
Shanks is gone. While that's happening, Drew's just pushing out the bot lane by himself. And OB Neon, they may be on their last legs here.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
You're at the situation where you do have buyback on CTM, you do not have them in your
There you go, your Page, you're trying to get it started. BKB is there though. Drew's going to survive. Is the Chrono is out. It's a big Chrono on your Page. They get the kill. CTM, there's no buyback on the Wind Ranger. They'll keep trying to fight this one out. Are they going to be able to do it? Ponlo, he might just drop, and it looks like he will. They'll keep the chase up onto Krish, but he should just be able to zip away now. He's been kicked around the map, stunned around. BKB's there. What a Vortex as well. He will barely survive as Drew actually ends up dying to Enryu. And roll. Oh, they won't get him. They don't have your Page, but they might be able to try and force a high ground attempt here, OB Neon.
Yeah, this is actually really big. No buyback on Drew means there's no defense.
Oh, Ponlo stunned up. BKB, or rather Minotaur Horn popped by CTM. Vortex is there to try and buy some time. Arrow as well as the Ice Blast. They got Shanks and they've got CTM. They turn around, but here comes Enryu. He'll try to get it done himself, but he just can't. They might actually be able to get this mid-racks, just with these two. But they've got to be very wary of Krish, who has the fountain to continue resetting him.
Yeah, it's still really annoying, especially that Vortex coming
Arrow.
the Arrow.
Arrow does land. They are already so down low, but Januel, he pops his BKB. He'll try to man up, and with the impetus shots, look at the damage output. Yopaj now, he's back into this. Shackles, though, goes back the other way, but it won't matter because this Enchantress just gets the damage out. Are they going to go for more? Surely not. They will back.
Lots of options here for Team D. No response out from Obinion. They get the scan, but it's much too late.
See what happens? No, they are going to get the double chrono. Oh, Vortex in. He's got Enryu. Hidden Malice is there. You've got the chrono up, and he gets a two-man chrono, but Yopaj, he gets out of there. Focus fires out on the Underlord, but they'll go after Ponlo first. They get the AA down. Buybacks are immediate from Enryu on the Viper, and the Dark Crypt is there to get everyone else out.
He's got the full Hurricane Pike up, so he can artillery barrage from a mile away. They will go for an offensive Dark Rift here. Oh, Chris and Ponlo missed the taxi.
Whoopsie. Taxi left. 3 stars maximum. Oh, CTM, no.
Oh, he has
no.
That's buyback.
Not again. He has help around this time, but they are still trying to make their way over. The whole team is not here either, but Yopaj is. A great double shackles out. CTM, he's going to try and run. Look how massive this dragon was. Still, they've got him now. Chrono's there. They've caught 3. Ice Blast as well. The zip through the backside with the Vortex follow-up. Oh, it's perfect. Can they go for more? You've got to go high ground now. Or maybe it's a fake back. But no, it doesn't seem that way.
No, KOXY is all the way up top.
Krish?
And he still hold the chrono, though.
Krish is looking for an opportunity, but there goes your Aegis and your Patch. He times it very well as Ponlo. He'll avoid the shackles, and now your Vortex is there. Ice Blast, Arrow, and all land your Patch. He's gone. He'll have buyback. He may need to pop it ASAP as Shanks, he's gone. CTM, he's blinked in. He's trying to fight. He gets Ponlo, but now you've got this Void on you, Drew. He won't fight with those buybacks committed. They're going to back off, but there's a DD rune. Who wants to pick it up? Drew takes it. He could try to turn. CTM, he's in on the Mirana. Genuel, he's going to get to work. Now the roll in, but there's your chrono. It's caught 3 of them. Do they have the damage output? This DK, he's dropping way too fast. The CTM's gone. No buyback available. Destrus will buy back now. They'll try to push this one a little bit further. KYXY, meanwhile, he has been left behind. Drew, he'll try again. He'll try to jump in on Enryu, but the Aeon Disc is going to keep him safe, so he won't die quite yet. But here comes Krish. Back in onto Yopaj. They know he doesn't have the buyback. The Aeon Disc is gonna save for now. He's back into the Roshan pit though. BKB popped. Krish, he's out of mana. He can't keep up the chase. Destrus, meanwhile, never mind him. It's Enryu's in trouble, but Yopaj, what a shackles with the blink. He gets away again. They just can't kill this Wind Ranger. Instead, it's back onto Januel. There's 4 heroes down without buyback. And Team D, they may have done it, John. Yeah. You're gonna have Shanks up at 20 as well. Jump in. Like Drew's just having a look to see if he can find the Wind Ranger. So you've almost got a guaranteed megas.
They had they had a decent enough time early on. It was back and forth, but this might be it. There's still no buybacks available. They do spot out creeps trying to go for the deny, but
this could be the last ditch team find. Obini on the need to defend Enryu. It's just so hard with that rewind. It really is so challenging to kill off this Void. And he can just keep... Oh, wait a minute. They've got a Hex out. Januel, he had the side device, and now the lockdown with the shackles. They might have enough to get through the first life. But no, he can't walk away. And now the chrono. He's got 3 heroes in it. He'll go straight after Shanks first. He'll ignore Yopaj. Instead, going after the Earth Spirit. Of course, there's no buyback available. Onto Shanks, but oh, what a shackle! Yopaj, he locks them both down again. They've got the side device out. They've got the stuns as well. Maybe they've got enough for Krish. He'll vortex to Yopaj. They've got the Wind Ranger now. They've got it down with that buyback. Now the refresh is there. Another chrono available. Drew, he throws it out. He's got every single person on the side of OB Neon. This will be it. JG's called, and Team D, against all the odds, will be able to go through the upper bracket against OB Neon.
Jeez, what a way to close out. Drew closing with that Rampage. Team D just playing their minds out. It looked a bit rocky early on. They weren't getting as much as you'd like